What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk about Howl-O-Scream because they have finally announced the entire event, all the houses, the scare zones, the show. So we're going to get into that, talk about what's coming to the event, what's returning, what's new, all that fun stuff. So first up, just going to jump right into it. Let's talk about the houses and let's take a look at some of the houses that we're going to get to see at the event this year. So we have 5 returning houses and 1 new house, that new house being the residence, which is a little bit of a surprise to me. I was really hoping there was going to be 2 new houses, but that's okay. At least we got 1 new house, but a lot of the old houses that are returning have been rethemed, which is still, it's exciting. At least we're not getting the same exact house. They're pretty much all having a new theme to them in some way, shape, or form, which is really awesome. I love new themes. Keeps it exciting, especially when we don't have as much new. But the new house does seem like it has a really cool theme. I'll read you guys the description of that house right now. So the description says, discover the domestic demons within this suburban home. Enter the pristine home of the picture-perfect suburban Clark family. But beware of unseen horrors. Once you're invited in, you may never make your way out. Don't let yourself become the next sacrifice in their sinister devotion. So it seems like you're going to be going into this nice house that looks nice and perfect, and once you go deeper in, you realize that this family is all kinds of corrupt and crazy, and they are having all these crazy rituals, I'm assuming. I don't know. I picture the facade to be, like a nice, perfect suburban home, nice looking on the outside, but once you get in, it's going to look all kinds of crazy once you're going, halfway through and whatnot. So seems like it has a very interesting theme to it. I'm excited to go through it. I'm excited to go through new houses in general, but I'm also excited for Insomnia's retheme and Motel Hell's retheme. Those two, the Motel Hell Infestation seems like it's going to be a lot of fun, so I'm excited to go through that one as well. And of course, Insomnia, my favorite house from last year. Also excited for Patient's Revenge. Seems like it's going to be really cool. Hoping they updated some of the rooms and stuff too in that house, so it'll be interesting to see. I'm glad they have rethemes and they're not just bringing back just the exact same house, because that's when it kind of gets like, I don't want to say boring, but it's nice to have something new, a little bit new. And from what I'm told, the residence is going to be located back where Demented Dimensions used to be, which is back by the Pantopia Theater, behind that ride that I always forget the name of. Used to be called Cheetah Chase. It's not Cheetah Chase anymore, but it's where like Rudolph is and stuff for their Christmas Town event. It's going to be back in that area, so there is a house back in that area again, which is good because it really needed it. Last year, that area was very, very dull. Not dull, but it was just, there wasn't a lot of traffic flow because there's no house in the back of the park. So it's good that they're going to have a little bit more traffic flow that way, flowing that way, so that they can get more of a spread, since it was really busy last year with a lot of people. But house-wise, still only 6 houses. What do you guys think of the houses? The new themes of the houses? What do you guys think of the new house? Let me know in the comments down below. But let's move on to the scare zones. So as for scare zones, pretty much every single scare zone from last year is coming back, which is surprising. I figured they would have changed a little bit more to it, but turns out that's not the case. But instead, they've added 3 brand new scare zones on top of the old ones that are returning. So we have a lot more scare zones this year now too. So it's exciting to see where they're going to put those, since they're not necessarily taking out any. So there's still technically 2 new spots, because one of the new scare zones is actually located in the front gate, which we're going to get into, because The ones that are going to be located at the front gate are actually going to be the icons that they teased at the very beginning when they started teasing the event. That is now a scare zone called First Fear, where you're going to be able to run into all of the icons from previous years up at the front of the park right as you come in. So it seems it's called a scare zone. It's probably going to end up being a giant selfie area. Honestly, it's what it seems like it's going to be. It's probably what it's going to end up being. But so the First Fear scare zone will be the old icons from previous events that they were teasing earlier, which is cool. It's exciting. It'll be cool to see them. At least you'll see them in some way. I was kind of hoping the new house was going to be all the old icons, but I'm okay with a scare zone as well. One of the new scare zones that we can encounter is called Little Nightmares, and the description of this one is: take a creepy walk down memory lane to the bygone era of papier-mâché masks and homemade costumes, sure to stir up the nightmares of your childhood. So it seems like it's going to be a little bit of an old school feel, old school vibe, like early times of Halloween, where there really weren't a lot of costumes you can pick from, and everyone made their own costumes, which if people have seen pictures from like early on when Halloween was first beginning to be celebrated, a lot of those were very creepy. Very basic costumes, but extremely creepy masks that were just like, they were so bare and so basic that it just looked really creepy. So it'll be cool to see what the creatives come up with costume wise for this scare zone. I have a few friends in this zone, so it'll be cool to see them too. I'm excited to see what they end up getting costume wise as well. But seems like an interesting one. Not my favorite out of the new ones that I've announced yet. My favorite one is actually this next one. It is the second favorite, I'll say that. But my favorite one is Carpe Noctem, which is a vampire scare zone. And this description for this one is: the eerie quiet of this gothic Romanian cemetery is shattered by the triumphant screams of vampires and the sobbing moans of their victims. Climb into a coffin, but your photo may be all that comes out. So my first thing is, I feel like if this is true, I guess there's going to be like a photo op where you can get into a coffin and have your picture taken. That it's going to be in the zone. That seems plausible from what it's saying. If that's the case, that'd be really cool. That'd be something that I haven't really seen them do before, aside from the photo ops with like the nurses and the meat market girls and things like that, which I'm pretty sure they're still going to have. But this is different, and it's pretty cool. It seems very interesting, and just the theme itself of the scare zone, I love the gothic style, the Romanian style. Seems like it's going to be really cool. I don't know where it's located. I don't know where they would locate it, but either way, I'm sure it's going to look great. This is the one I'm most excited for the scare zones, just because of the theme. It just seems really cool, and I'm excited to walk through it. And I'm really excited to see if this whole coffin photo thing becomes true, because if so, definitely want to get my picture taken for sure. And like I said, all the other scare zones are in fact coming back. So you're going to have Camp DOA, Hell on Wheels, Dios de los Muertos, Maniac Midway, Deadly Toys, and Meat Market, all coming back. They are also still going to have the zombies and other people that ride the rides with you. It isn't every coaster that you can get on, but it is, I believe it's Montu, Cheetah Hunt, and Shikra are all the ones that you can have with you as well. And I am pretty sure they're going to have the bumper cars as well, like they always do. And of course, the Fiend Show is coming back, which I'm very, very happy for. I'm excited to see that. I'm definitely going to go see the first show opening night for sure, because it always gets changed. The show gets changed early on in the event, either to cut down in time, or they take jokes out. So I want to see it in its rawest form before it gets taken out, before stuff gets taken out, or things get changed, or they get cut for time, that kind of stuff. So what do you guys think of the event this year? Are you excited to go? Are you going to be going? What do you think of the houses that were announced, the scare zones, all that stuff? Let me know down below. Let's talk about it. We will be there quite frequently, more than likely every Thursday and probably every Sunday as well, as long as we're not out somewhere doing something else. So if you see us, do feel free to say hi. Come hang out with us, walk through houses with us, walk through scare zones with us, all that stuff. We'll love to hang out with you guys. Be sure to follow us on YouTube, subscribe if you enjoy what we do, and also follow us on other social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Misfits Unmanaged, all that wonderful stuff. And until next time, guys, stay spooky.